Hey babes, welcome back to another video. So I'm gonna be doing a new segment on my channel every Monday. I'm gonna be talking about a scary, spooky story that somebody personally tells me. It could probably a supernatural story, something that happened that freaked them the hell out. I decided to do this segment because 2 weeks ago I visited my mother-in-law, and she is from Texcoco, yes. Texcoco, Mexico, and it is by Mexico City. So it was like one night we were just chilling on the couch over there, and my two sister-in-laws were right there. They were like, "Hey Dan, my mom knows a lot of scary stories that actually happened to her." And I was like, say less, tell me more, because if you know me, I love everything that has to do with scary stories, scary everything, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay. I started listening. I got so intrigued, and at the end of it, I was like, why didn't I record my mother-in-law telling me these stories? So that's something I'm going to be doing. Hopefully I have the person here in my videos at times where you can hear them, like the story directly from them. But that's what I'm going to be doing. So let's get into it. So one of the stories that she told me about was about my sister-in-law, Ashley, and that my sister-in-law had an imaginary friend. That she had an imaginary friend when she was around 5 to 6 years old. And that her imaginary friend was named Lupita. So Ashley would take Lupita with her everywhere. Lupita this, Lupita wants to sit down here, Lupita wants to eat too, Lupita wants to do basically everything, right? And one day that her mom had it up to here with Lupita, that she was so irritated, and she basically told her daughter like that she was so irritated with this Lupita, and that Ashley looked at her and said, "Lupita's mad at you." And my mother-in-law was like, good, like let Lupita be mad at me, whatever, right? And that night my mother-in-law was getting ready for bed, you know, sat down, started to lay down and closed her eyes to try to go to sleep. And when she opened her eyes, there was a little girl right there, standing there looking at her. And she said she was wearing a old-fashioned nightgown, like The Exorcist, you know? And that her hair was long, and she was just there looking at her. And that my mother-in-law closed her eyes and said, when I open my eyes, she's not gonna be there, she's not gonna be there. So she turned and she was like, opened her eyes, and she was still there looking at her. And she was like, fuck, man. She was like, this is Lupita, because she said that she was gonna be mad at me. So like the next morning when she woke up, she went to Ashley and she told her, "Ashley, how does Lupita look?" And Ashley told her, well, she has these pajamas, they're long, and she has long hair, and she's a little girl. And then that's when my mother-in-law said like, oh shit, Lupita was in my room. And that wasn't the first incident they had. They actually had a lot more, but they didn't tell me all of them. They didn't tell me a time that they were all in the living room, like my husband, his cousins, the mom, and I believe Ashley was sleeping in her room or close by them, and that they were all talking, and they heard somebody say, "Mommy," right? And they all looked like, because it sounded like a little girl, and they saw, and Ashley was asleep. So they were like, what the hell? That was weird. And then that they hear child laughing. Like a child laughed, dude. That the cousins run out, and they were like freaked out. So I got hella freaked out when I was there, because first of all, this was my sister-in-law Ashley, right? I was sleeping in her room, where she told me that the doll named Lupita was in her room, where at that moment when we were telling stories, my daughter, who is 5 years old, was sleeping in that room. I was freaking out without them noticing I was freaking out, because you know I try to be tough. So I was like, let me go check on my daughter, I'll be right back, she's fine. Like, you know. But I love the stories they were telling me. I was just getting freaked out because I was gonna stay in that room. And then I was like, okay, cool, that's a story they told me, right? When I was gonna wash my face to go to sleep, I was like, let me wash it, hurry up, because I was like down here to wash my face, and there's a mirror up here, right? So I was like, oh my god, when I look up, she's gonna be standing right behind me. And guys, let me tell you that I was fucking, it was something else. And the way my mother-in-law describes everything, she's good. Another story they did tell me was about a bruja, a witch. So they knew of this bruja, well, this female that people called her a bruja, right? And that she never aged. Every time they seen her, she looked completely the same. Years passed and she looked exactly the same, no change. And that they seen her and she was pregnant. And they were like, she doesn't have a boyfriend, doesn't have a man. Okay, like, so she was pregnant. When they ended up seeing her again, no baby, no belly. And they were like, oh, what happened? She said that she lost it. So then another time they seen her again, pregnant. And they were like, but who is the person doing this? You know, like, who is getting her pregnant? And then again, they seen her, no baby, no belly. And that was strange because the mother of the girl was like, what is going on? Like, she just keeps losing the babies. And she didn't really know anything about it. So the last time that her mom seen her pregnant, she said that she was going to watch her very well to see what was going on, because that was her, you know, grandkid. So that one day she was following her. Her daughter got up to get out one night, and that she followed her and that it was a full moon, and that her daughter went into an open river, went inside, had the baby, and started to eat it. Imagine how her mom was. Yep, that. So if you guys know about witches, read about witches. They do say that they do eat kids to be younger, that they do steal babies, little kids, to help with youth and just with other stuff that they do, right? That's a big thing on witches. So I was shook, guys. I was like, oh my god, please tell me more. And that was where she left it. Like, she didn't tell me more about that. And I was trying to be like, but what happened next? What happened next? But they didn't tell me. But still, I was like, oh my gosh, so intrigued by this that I literally want to go and see more about these witches. So that was the stories that I'm telling you today. I will be telling you guys more, like I said, every Monday. So thank you guys for watching. If you are interested in my horror t-shirt, I do sell it on my own boutique. My website will be in the link on the description below. It is www.spookymamaboutique.com. Follow me on Instagram at Diane Love. That is my personal channel. Or follow me on my boutique shop at Spooky Mama Boutique. If you are interested, I do have horror t-shirts, freak t-shirts, because, you know, that's us, spooky babes, spooky mama, spooky daddy, and some cute onesies for your babies. So please follow me. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are gonna be, you know, interested in watching more videos. And thank you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. See you next time. Roll it back. If you guys see me like this and end up bringing up my nails, my nail did break 2 days ago. It looked like my finger came off. Look at this. Look at the whole difference. I just wanted to bring that out there. That nothing's wrong with my finger. My nail broke. But anyways, see you next time.